EIMA is not only about agricultural machinery, but also about gardening technology. We have Federica Tugnoli from Federuna Coma, who's in charge of Comagarden. What is it? And what can we find inside of EIMA for the gardening world? Comagarden is an association dealing with the gardening activities for gardening and maintenance of green areas, hobby and professional, whatever is related to the maintenance of green spaces. EIMA Green is the sector inside EIMA representing all these technologies, a large range of products from chainsaws, lawnmowers, all these different types of equipment to be used for hobby or for professional reasons, for maintenance of soccer fields, for the management of large parts, for instance. There's a very broad range of products which keep evolving. I was recently speaking with an expert in interior decoration and indoors, and he said that many years ago it was very innovative to decorate the bathroom, and now the new frontier is the outdoor, with the outdoor decoration, gardening, taking care of larger spaces and landscapes. It's interesting for private individuals and public institutions. Yes, that's true. Urban green areas are becoming increasingly important, not only in terms of decoration, but also as infrastructure to promote the well-being of people and for a better environment, to improve biodiversity and to have more livable cities. So it is no longer meant for decoration purposes only, but for daily well-being. So how about the market trends for gardening equipment? There was a boom during the pandemic where people had to stay home, and so they turned to gardening. They discovered they had gardens, and they needed to stay outdoors, at least for a few hours. So sales were booming during that period, and the trend continued until 2022. Of course, after that, there was a physiological decline for a number of reasons. People were not obliged to stay home all the time, and of course, there were some economic reasons as well. This year, the first months of the year, we recorded a slight increase, plus 1.2%, the result of a very positive weather trend for gardening. In fact, the climatic conditions were very favorable, and we do hope to close the year with a plus sign. So this in general terms, of course, but the situation is diversified. In the different types of machines recorded a growth, but in particular, chainsaws have been declining for 2 years, and snow throwers have been declining due to warmer weather, and there's been a decline by 68%, and cordless shears. Everything else increased, and that's a good sign coming from the market. So we are confident that the future can be promising. So many people decided to attend the fair. Talking about targeting technologies, what innovations can you mention that are on display here at EIMA 2024? There are so many. Let's mention a few then. Well, the battery-powered machines are no longer innovations, but the trend is still prevailing for practical reasons as well as for environmental reasons. The battery-powered tools are increasingly interesting also for municipal authorities. Battery-powered products are on the increase constantly. Another point is, automation with robots. We've learned to get to know robot lawnmowers, but steps forwards have been taken from the robots that had to follow a perimeter all around the garden, and you needed to be wired and cabled. Now the GPS antenna is used, so the robot is totally autonomous, and the lawn is managed autonomously, gets recharged, and goes back to work. So considerable steps forward in many different areas. You have to come to AIM and take a look. That's the invitation, of course. So thank you very much, Federica, for joining us today. Thank you for having me.